today I'd like to share with you how to raise your frequency to create the type of reality that you want to experience. It's happening right now, dude. Yes, absolutely, my friends. What's going on, everybody? This is Picco with IroncladConfidence.com coming to you guys today, my friends. Another amazing video. Yeah, buddy, baby. I hope you guys are rocking that world, dude, and always transforming that psychology, baby. Yeah, buddy, dude. So, check it out, my friends. If you guys are new here to the YouTube channel, you guys, on this channel, we talk about all things personal development. We talk about all things self-mastery. And I share with you powerful concepts when it comes to how reality works, baby. We talk about quantum physics, which is science. We talk about universal laws of attraction. And we talk about the psychology that's possessing your mind right now. And how all these come together, they lock together, and they create the overall governing reality that we personally experience from day to day. Sounds crazy, I know, dude, but check it out, baby. If you want to learn about these hypnotic truths that you probably never heard before, if you want to learn how your psychology works in relation to the technological thoughts that we think, then stick around, my friends, because today I'd like to share with you how to raise your frequency to create the type of reality that you want to experience. It's happening right now, dude. Yeah, buddy. So these are some of the things that I've learned that you've probably heard other places. I guarantee you've never heard it like this, because everyone's unique and everyone has their own unique perspective on it, and you can learn from each person. And so when it comes to learning how to raise your frequency and create the reality that you want, some of the things that I've learned about this information is that, dude, you freaking pick up the reality that you have right now because because of the frequency of the information you were raised around. Sounds obvious, right? Oh, it's not a big deal. But it is a big deal, baby, because see, we speak upon frequencies. Right now, you are observing this video. You're watching this video. You're seeing me communicate to you. You're hearing this frequency of information. And what you don't realize is that this is electricity that's leaving me in the form of sound frequencies. Should freaking blow your mind. Sound frequencies are leaving me, and you're able to receive that information, and you're able to entertain that information in your psychology. It doesn't sound like a big deal, but you got to understand something, baby. If you want to learn how to raise the frequency that you carry in life, it's about learning. There's a lot of things to learn about it, but understand what I'm going to share with you. No one's ever said this before, because I freaking downloaded it from the freaking heavens above. And I've never heard anyone explain it to me like this, other than how I hear it in my head. Okay? So, if everything in the world is information, you're built out of information, you're built out of data, you're a transmitter and a receiver of that data, of that information, and so am I and everyone else. You understand that when we communicate or we speak about whatever it is that we speak about, we're speaking on a frequency of information. Makes sense, right? You're in class, you're learning a lesson. The instructor, the teacher, the whatever, the expert, they're sharing with you information, right? But let's go a little bit closer to that. How is that information actually reaching you? How is that information reaching you? Really stop and think about it. Yeah, buddy. So check it out, baby. This is what I've learned. There's energy attached to information. So now you have two elements of awareness, right? You have the element of information, you you have the element of energy. But see, there's a third one. You have an element of intelligence that's connected to that element of energy, that's connected to that element of information. And what is intelligence? Intelligence is conscious awareness. That means it knows that it knows itself. That should freaking rock your world right there, dude. Yeah, buddy. But guess what, baby? It don't stop there. There's a fourth one. There is a pattern, a certain pattern that's locked into that intelligence, that's locked into that energy, that's locked into that information. So you got information, you got energy, you got intelligence, you have a pattern. That's 4. And now you got the 5th one, right? And that's the communication, right? The communicator, dude. Yeah, buddy. And guess what? When that harmonic instrument, that communicator, which is you, which is me, which is everyone else, we communicate information, that's literally what we're doing. We're communicating information that carries energy, that carries intelligence, that carries a pattern, that carries the communication. That is a frequency of energy. And guess what? When we speak about that information, we literally voice activate the frequency of that reality. That should blow your mind. Yeah, buddy. It's the way it goes, my friends. That should blow your freaking mind. Because see, that pattern that's locked into all of that could be a self-destructive pattern. See, you could have information with energy and intelligence, and that pattern is either going to be positive or negative. It's going to be constructive or destructive. It's going to be positive or negative. And most of the times it's a combination of both weaved in there, right? And so that is what I'm sharing with you right now. You're able to receive this frequency. This is how I raise my frequency every day. As I step into the energy field, I step into the freaking stargate of this reality, and then I demonstrate what I've learned and applied into my life, into myself, who I can be, what I can do, the mindset that I can build, and the reality that I can construct. That should freaking rock your world, dude. Yeah, buddy, baby. Freaking amazing, baby. Because most people, they don't know that. This is why I love doing YouTube videos. And I've had to literally purge away negative frequencies from who I am. Because see, and we can all catch negative frequencies. We live in a world full of frequencies. I want you to imagine it like this. Everyone's walking around on the earth doing what they're doing. They're working a job, they're going to school, they're driving trucks, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're driving cars, they're doing all of the stuff that people have to do. And all up in the invisible atmosphere above them everywhere, you can't see it, there is telecommunication flying, crisscrossing over each other. You got telephone wires, you got all this information, invisible stuff just flying over everyone's head. People are sending text messages, people are making phone calls, people are watching internet, people are watching TV, people are talking to somebody on the other side of the world. All this invisible, crisscrossing environment of invisibleness everywhere, those are frequencies. And you don't even know it. You know it, but you don't know it. Because if you knew it like the way I'm sharing it with you, you'd recognize that the frequency of energy that you carry can be used to create whatever kind of reality you want to experience every single day of your life. And see, when I share with you this positivity, when I share with you this confidence, when I share with you this amazingness, when I share with you all of this transformative thinking and understanding and insight and wisdom and perception and awareness and growth, you can use this same information to raise your frequency. It will raise your frequency, because what you'll do after watching this video is you'll be able to live your life, go off and do whatever you're going to do whenever you decide to stop watching this video, and your frequency will be raised because you'll be walking around with a different perception, with a different awareness of reality and how reality works. And so you'll start to think upon what you've been thinking upon and thinking upon what I'm sharing with you, and you'll start to make better choices. You'll start to have better outcomes in your life. You'll start to have better results and more things for the positive happening in your life, just because you're learning how to raise your frequency, right? But see, and it's not just about, hey, let me just watch that video and I'll raise my frequency. It's about, how can I actually take the information that's being shared and implement it into my own soul, into my own life, right? How can I use that information and see, you can't use any information. Listen what I'm gonna say, listen what I'm gonna say, listen what I'm gonna say. It's gonna blow your mind, dude. Maybe. So you cannot use any information without acting upon it. Rewind, say it again. Sounds simple, sounds obvious, right? You cannot use any information at all without acting upon that information. That means you can hear this frequency of information all day, and if you decide not to act upon it, guess what, dude? You're not going to activate the energy. You're not going to receive the energy. Because see, we think on a frequency all day. See, thought frequency is real. It's an energetic power that leaves us. And then when we speak, I'm speaking energetic light codes that you can't even see. Yeah, buddy. Energetic light codes come through the invisible sound waves that we call frequencies. And those invisible energetic sound waves that we call frequencies go into your electrical mindset. Your mind's electric. Our words are electricity. And they get from point A to point B. How is it that I could speak into this camera and it travel across the world at the speed of lightning, dude? Enter your mind, enter somebody's mind, and then them be able to entertain the idea. Think about that idea inside of their mind, because the brain is an electrical database of little mini lightning bolts just blasting off in the head every time you learn something new, dude. Yeah, buddy, baby. And repetition over and over and over and over again builds the pattern of that, because we frequently it, right? The more you frequently do something, the more you build the frequency of the momentum of the energy of that psychology. Unlock. Boom. Yeah, buddy, dude. Freaking amazing. And so you could do it instantly. You could do it right now. You could do it when you decide you want to do it. That's why I do videos. That's why I love doing podcasting. That's why I love doing videos. I haven't done a podcast in a while. I need to do a podcast. But the point is that, see, people live inside in a prison. A lot of people, not everyone. They have suppressed emotions trapped inside of them. They have suppressed frequencies trapped inside of them. Suppressed emotions of fear, guilt, shame, all kinds of these things that they experience growing up. Because see, you go through stuff and you're told, oh, that's bad. So right away you feel, oh, I'm bad now. You take on the identity of I'm bad if I do that. And so now you feel ashamed of yourself. You feel negative about yourself. That's the frequency that was projected into you. So you pick up the frequency of, oh, I'm bad. I should be ashamed of that. I'm no good. And so then you identify with that label that somebody just placed into you. Yeah, buddy. And then you live with that frequency inside. See, this frequency is influence. It's energy. It's information. It's intelligence. It's a pattern of awareness. And it comes through the communication that I'm sharing with you right now, dude. And so, what do you want to live with in your life? You want to live upset? You want to live in anger? You want to live in resentment? You want to live in self-pity? You want to live in self-denial? You want to live in self-rejection? You want to live in, how do you want to live? There's plenty of people who will live their life like that, not even knowing that they're living their life like that, not even knowing they could freaking change it, dude. And so for me, I decided I'm going to take the power back. I'm going to figure out how to release all these stored frequencies that I've adopted from the time I was born. Because that's what we do. We're adopting energy and ideas and beliefs and concepts from the world around us. That should freaking rock your world. Yeah, buddy. We are adopting those ideas, those energies, that information. We're adopting that information. And so once we adopt it, we make it ours. Guess what? If we lived a life of pain and suffering, we lived a life of misery, we used to get beat down all the time, we used to have problems all the time, we used to suffer all the time, raised in a real toxic, dysfunctional environment. That's how it was for me. But I figured it out, right? I figured out how to purge out that stuff, right? Not view myself the way I used to view myself. Not be so hard on myself. See, and a lot of people, they've never learned that for themselves, so they're very hard on themselves. They're very critical on themselves. They're very judgmental of themselves. They're very fearful of themselves. They're very negative of themselves. You see what I'm saying here, dude? And they ain't even figured out why. I didn't even figure out why until I asked myself why. And then I started asking why. And then guess what? Because I asked why, I figured out why, dude. Yeah, buddy. And guess what? I'm still cracking the code. I still figured it out. I'm still figuring it out. Because everything's figure-outable, baby. Yeah, buddy. Shoot, dude. This is the way it goes, man. Most people don't know that, dude. Most people are afraid to be just authentic. It's easier said than done, because if you're used to living unauthentic, which means you're used to living more closed, more, not being comfortable with who you are, not, you judging yourself and criticizing yourself for every little thing, then guess what? That's how you're going to live. You're going to live like, you're going to live in that energy. You're going to be that energy. You're going to, and this is how people live, and you can't change other people. This is one of the biggest things that I've learned. You cannot change another person. The person has to want to change. And guess what? The world we live in, it's all about envy. It's all about resentment. It's all about trying to shame you. It's all about trying to, and that's only because those people are insecure with themselves. And so that's why I don't even trip on it, dude. I'm just like, go ahead, brush your shoulder off, homie. Just brush it off. Whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, buddy. That's it. That's the way it goes, baby. And so, what are you focusing on, right? It's not about being perfectly positive all the time. You're not going to be perfectly positive all the time. You're not going to be perfectly happy all the time. You're not going to be perfectly confident all the time. But you can stand in a certain energy frequency that understands things from such a powerful perspective that your frequency's high, dude. Your frequency's freaking juggernaut high, dude. People can feel it. People can feel it because you feel it. See, anything you feel, others can feel. That should freaking rock your world. Ooh, dang, dude. Anything you feel, other people feel who are around you. So if you feel anger, guess what? People around you are going to feel your anger. If you feel depressed and worried and fearful and sad, people around you are going to feel your depression and worry and sadness and fear. But guess what? Somebody walks in the room with elevated energy. Like, I'm going to rock this show, fool. I'm going to freaking bring the positivity. Positive worldwide, dude. We're going to rock the motivation, dude. We're going to rock the confidence, homie. We're going to rock the happiness, buddy. We're going to rock being cool, right? Then you're going to feel that energy. A huge difference in energy, okay? And so that's the frequency that I'm sharing with you. And that is how to raise your frequency. That is how to, you have to focus on what you believe about yourself. You have to give yourself permission. See, you carry the permission slip. You could say, I permit myself to be free, or you could look at that permission slip and say, no, not permitted. You get to judge yourself, and you get to deny yourself, and you get to live in anger, and you get to live, depressed, and that makes me good because I believe that. Hey, that's cool, dude. No one trying to change you, buddy. You decide what you want to do. You're the conscious awareness of the soul that you possess as you. And so, what do you want to do, dude? Who do you want to be, baby? What kind of reality do you want to create, buddy? See what I'm saying here, dude? Yeah, buddy. So for me, that's what I focus on. I focus on my daily practice. I focus on my daily routine. I focus on taking in enough good content. I focus on understanding enough good content that I can actually, talk about a subject and it's like I understand what I'm talking about. I demonstrate it every day. Just like you demonstrate your reality every day, I demonstrate my reality every day. I demonstrate, you demonstrate going to work, getting up, doing this, handling business. That's cool, dude. That's the way it's supposed to be. The only difference is I was able to transition, because if I wouldn't have transitioned out of that life, it would have been bad, dude. Because it was already getting bad. And it was because I never figured out who I was. Yeah, buddy, baby. But that's it, champions. That's all I got for you guys today. Just wanted to rock some insights and share with you how to raise your frequency instantly, dude. You got to be willing to break whatever pattern that you may be stuck in right now. And you got to be willing to activate a new trajectory of reality. Yeah, buddy. But I do thank you guys really quick. If you guys are new here to the YouTube channel, you guys dig this style of communication, this style of information, consider subscribing, dude. Consider smashing that thumbs up, baby, and hitting the little bell notification if you want to receive updates when I rock these videos, dude. But I do thank you guys, and I do look forward to talking to you champions again next time, baby. Peace. Yeah, buddy. When you learn to raise your frequency, when you learn to take hold of your psychology, when you learn to focus on demonstrating who you want to be every day and immersing yourself in that energy, that, my friends, is when you will learn to raise your frequency and instantly create the reality you want to experience, dude. Yeah, buddy.